Hello everyone, it's John here, and today I'm teaching you how you can use Debugger in Foundry. If you are very interested in having low level understanding of how your functions are performing in real time, in terms of stack, the EVM memory consumption, and every tiny low level details about what is going on, then you should be very interested in debugging. More importantly, if you're a security researcher, you really have to know this so you can know how some functions go on the low level and how you can hack into them by understanding the basic things about them. And you can simply debug it to the lowest possible term. So here is the Foundry guide for debugging. Let's go over it. You can see the test is really simple. You just say forge test debug. You add the debug flag to it, and that's the main difference. In usual Foundry, you say forge test match path, something like that. Then you write the name of. But here you simply say that forge test debug. Actually, if you try what is here with forge test debug empty test increments, you'll get an error, and that's because with debug you don't need to add empty to it. I'll probably raise a PR to fix this later on, but I'm just telling you on right now. I'll show you how to debug with Foundry. So let's go over. Let's get into it. Open your VS Code, code along with me. I'll be using the initial Foundry repository by running forge init in an empty directory, and with that, I'll spin it up. Then we'll see how the bugger works in Foundry. So we'll be in experimenting with this contract. It's a very simple counter contract in Foundry. So let's. This is the tests. You can read it. If it's your first time reading this test, just play around with it. Try to understand what it's all about. Then let's do something interesting. Let's test this test increment and test for set number. So to do that, open up your terminal with Control Shift backtick, or anyhow it's more convenient for you. First of all, I'll show you why or how forge test debug match pass does not work. Then I'll show you the correct way to do it. So if you try to run forge test forge debug match path, this is what you get. So like something like forge tests debug flag empty test increment. So it's saying that a value is required for the debug flag, then test function. That's a very simple thing to do. That means we shouldn't put empty between debug and test increments. And if you're the curious type like me, you'll be like, what if you just say purge test match path or match test debug test increment, just so you don't have anything between debug and test increment. Even if you do that, you will still get this error. So what's the right way to do it? That's simply to say that purge tests debug flag, that's enough, test increments, and you're good to go. It's currently loading. First of all, your contract will compile as you would expect. Then there are four compartments or four quadrants in the debugging. The first one is you'll see the opcodes. So everything in your contract can be decompiled into opcodes. And that is why a couple of other smart contract engineers go into Joule or other low level languages like off. So these are the opcodes. So you can browse your opcodes. Then you see the stack in the second quadrant. The third quadrant is for your memory. Then the fourth quadrant is EVM execution. So this is dup 1, stack is 0000, memory 0020. Then you can also see it here in the contract call. So this means this is what this opcode is correlating to this aspect of the contract. That is where it is calling encounter.it or so. With this, you can go as low level as you want to have better understanding into how your contract works and to really dig deeper into it. Track all your opcodes, check where they are in the EVM memory stack. Then you also be able to know the exact shifts where they are in terms of the memory packing. This is very, very important. For example, there was a contract I was auditing that was around blacklisting and pushing of shifts to some aspect of the stack. So if you really want to do something like that, you might want to research the stack memory and EVM memory, and that will give you more insight into how to hack some contracts on chain and do some things. Back to the main discussion. So you can simply go on and on to know what each one of your contracts is doing. As you can see here, then when you are at swap one, you won't get source map for your contract. Then let's go to the last opcode. It keeps going on. It keeps going on. It keeps going on. So this is the last opcode. Stop. And stop is at 0 in stack, 00020 in memory, and here it is in the contract call. I hope this video helps you to understand how to debug better with Solidity in Foundry. And I might also do a video on how to debug with control or symbolic one of these days. So let me know if you enjoy this, if you learn from this, and what you want me to cover next to teach you and to become a better smart contract engineer. Thank you for watching and do enjoy the rest of your day.